An asteroid is heading towards Earth, but don't worry, we've got a plan to nuke it. What could possibly go wrong? So, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this video, and I genuinely can't believe what I'm talking about right now, can you guys hit the buttons below, the like, the follow, the subscribe button? It really helps me out when you guys do that. So apparently there's an asteroid heading towards Earth, and this is the size of a football pitch, whatever that means, I don't know. And this is going to, it's getting stronger each day. The likelihood that this will hit Earth I think it's the 22nd of December, 2032. Now, before we get into this, ladies and gentlemen, I've done quite a few videos about asteroids heading towards Earth, and something that absolutely, it just astounds me each and every time I share one of these articles with you guys. A lot of these asteroids that, they're either near Earth objects or they actually hit Earth and they don't cause any damage, but the amount of reaction time that Earth has to react, it's unbelievable. A lot of the asteroids that I've done videos on, we, like Earth, I guess, have only had, although we've been told, we've only had 24 hours to react. Now, in 24 hours, what do you think, the government could do to protect the population, to protect the civilization? What do you think they, just for example, let's go with this right now. Let's say that there's an asteroid heading towards Earth. It's literally just being detected right now. It's going to hit tomorrow in 24 hours time. Literally, we have 24 hours time now. What can the government do to save the population? If you're struggling to understand what, I'll tell you right now, absolutely nothing. There isn't anything that anyone can do in that amount of time. So the two options that the government have is tell people or do not tell people. Now, if they tell people that an asteroid is going to hit Earth tomorrow morning or whatever, I believe that there will be mass panic. It would be absolute carnage everywhere. People trying to self-preserve. Now, if that happens, you can pretty much guarantee that all roads will be blocked, all flights will be booked out, if you could even get pilots to fly at all. I mean, can you imagine if you was a pilot and you wanted to get home to see your family, or you was at home and somebody was saying, hey, Sean, you need to go and do your flight tomorrow? I'd be like, yeah, well, to be honest, mate, the world's going to end, so I'm good, actually. I'm going to sit this one out. I'm going to call in sick tomorrow. So nothing would happen. And any preparations that the government could do for, self-preservation of government, and let's be in all circumstances, the government's first and foremost job, and you can unpack this any way you want, but the government's first and foremost job is, continuity of government. That goes to say that's in an election, that's in a time of crisis, that's in a world war, If the government are not there, then there's zero coordination. And if you live in the United Kingdom right now, you could argue that there's zero coordination anyway. But you know where I'm going with that. So in this circumstance, then, if there's only 24 hours before this asteroid strike, the government wouldn't do anything. So and this is what I've been doing lots of videos about. I've been saying, listen, all these asteroids that are coming so close to Earth. And as far as I'm concerned, what I understand is we're spending lots of money on things that go kaboom and transcend people into beams of light. How much money do we actually spend on asteroid defense? Because we know that asteroids hit Earth and they're kind of bad when the big ones hit Earth. I don't see any dinosaurs cruising around. I certainly can't see any of those T-Rexes. So we know that these things do happen, and we know that they can be absolutely catastrophic to the Earth if they're hit. So where's all the money that's, I would like my tax money, rather than spend on, causing carnage and mayhem. I would prefer personally that my tax dollars or tax pounds get spent on asteroid defense and, real stuff that's really going to help people. Anyway, So from an article, if I will go on to that one next. So I'll just read this and I'll go to the other article. Chances of Earth being hit by asteroid in 2032 double. I think I'm going to use that as the. I think I'm going to use that as a thumbnail actually in the picture because it's a pretty cool picture. Rock will right. Okay, they're still saying there's a small chance of this actually hitting, but the fact is it's getting close. As it's getting closer, what I'm talking about here is as this asteroid's getting closer to Earth, the odds of it hitting Earth are going up, not down. So where do we go with that? And like, remember what I just talked about then. If we, if we say that the government are not going to tell us that it's going to hit because it's going to cause carnage and it's going to cause carnage, then where do we go with that? Now here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here gives you the odds. It's giving it a 1 in 43 chance. Ladies and gentlemen, when we're talking about space and asteroids coming close to Earth, that is ridiculously close. 1 in 43 that's too close for me. That is, that 1 in 43 chance, and there's like what 8 years, 7 years or whatever it is, 8, whatever. It's going to hit on the 22nd of December, 2032, and it's got a 1 in 43%, 1 in 43, one out of 43 chance of hitting Earth. Now, I believe that this could go up, and if it does go up, then what are we going to do about that? Because there's an article out here that I'm going to share with you right now that there's a plan to fire a nuclear weapon at this. I mean, really, is this where we're going with this? I mean, what happened to sending some oil drillers out there on a spaceship? Nuclear weapon could be used to defend Earth from asteroid. The measure could be taken to divert a space rock being monitored by the European Space Agency, which is expected to cross the Earth. That doesn't even make sense. Which is expected to cross the planet's. Oh, right, okay. The word Earth is nowhere on there. That is me just seeing things. Which are expected to cross the planet's orbit in December 2032. Nuclear weapons could be used. Dr. David Whitehouse said the measure could be taken against a space rock the size of a football pitch, which is being monitored by the European Space Agency and could strike the planet in little over 7 years. So remember what we said there. It's these were the chances when this article was wrote, but from the other article I've just read, it's doubled now, so it's gone up to a 2 in 83 chance, which would work out, I guess the same 1 in 40, 1 in 40 something. Now, these things happen more and more, ladies and gentlemen. These things get closer and closer to Earth. They get closer and closer each and every year. And all this time there, it really does seem to me like we're sat in this shooting gallery with no defense. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I just thought I'd get that one out there. I will keep monitoring this, and I'm going to keep seeing what's happening. But the amount of money we're spending on arms and arms sales, and billions here and billions there, and 100 billion got lost to Zelensky. Think about what we could, and what I mean by we, I mean Earth. What we could produce with $100 billion, like what we could make with that, as in stuff to go out there and protect the planet, which is kind of what we need. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to back to grade. I'll get you guys another video later.